What's up, folks? My name is Melvin, and welcome. I'm glad to see you here. I'm glad to see you doing amazingly well on this place that we call the internet. So, I have been making content since 2009. That is not much of an accomplishment, but it's an accomplishment nonetheless. When I first made content, it was because over the summer I would visit my uncle, and my uncle had the latest and greatest. He would have computers that could have dial-up internet, and I'm not going to explain dial-up if you don't know it. He would just have the latest and greatest. And what he had in 2009 was a Mac computer with a built-in webcam. And I figured out how to upload videos on the YouTube channel I created. And yeah, I just created what I saw on the internet. And what I saw was vlogs and skits and videos and things like that. And then my uncle realized that I enjoyed making this content. So on one Christmas, he bought me a digital camcorder. And since then, I make content. I loved every minute of making content on my old channel. It was fun. I loved it so much. It was a blast. I would make my videos super short, super quick. If there was no actors, I would be all the actors, and I had no script. It was all in my mind. Like, I never wrote a script. And then I don't know what stopped me, but I stopped making content for a while. I ended up getting another camcorder in high school, but then it got stolen, and I think that kind of killed all of my hope to make content. And then in high school, senior year, so I think it was freshman year where it got stolen, but then senior year I decided to try again. And my uncle made a deal with me where if I coughed up $700 for a camera, that he would give me $700 for the rest. So yeah, I spent $1,400 on it was like a Sony A7, I believe, one of the first A7s. It was a DSLR, big, heavy, but I loved it so much. It was great. I really really enjoyed having it. I didn't do much with it, to be honest. Like, for the $1,400, I didn't. And considering these videos, I still haven't. Despite the fact that this camera right here costs roughly the same. The lens itself this is a separate, actually, yeah, this is a separate lens, but this body right here, this was expensive. I forgot how much it cost, but I think the body itself was kind of around that same price, over $1,000 for sure. But yeah, like, I still love cameras. I still love taking photos with it, videos with it. I will make videos with it from time to time. But yeah, I guess clearly things have changed from when I first. Well, I say clearly from my perspective because you guys have never seen my old videos. But things have changed about how I see content, how I make content, how I try to get better moving forward. Like, a lot has changed. First off, in high school, I was trying to be a YouTuber. I was like, I want to make content just as good as what everyone else out there is making. Like, I was really dead set on making that. And if you want to know about that, just watch the first 5 videos or so on my YouTube channel. But yeah, they're clearly not the same skill, time as the YouTubers I was appreciating at the time. Like, it was clear, and it made me want to give up. I was too much of a perfectionist to want to continue, you know? And yeah, for a while, I just didn't continue with that. And then in college, I didn't make any content. I was trying so hard with so many ideas to make content. And I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I didn't. I think during college, I just got way too political. Like, it was, and college is kind of that time where you figure out your political philosophy. So that's kind of understandable. But it was such a toxic time to get into politics, to talk about it, anything. So if I would have made content in 2016, Yeah, it probably would have been a political commentator, and probably not the kind you would have liked. You probably would have hated me. Um, so I'm glad I didn't make content, but I was trying. I was trying to make content. Like I had ideas. Actually, no, I did. I did make content. I made Let's Plays. I made Let's Plays. I did podcasts for clubs and things like that. I did a lot of things, and it was fun. I enjoyed it. Uh, I guess there's not much to say on it if I'm not showing it to you or playing it for you. But yeah, I had a great time. It was I made something, but I wish I would have made more. For college, I had to make a capstone project, a video project. So I did make something there, and I did make stuff for school and things like that. But I guess the main thing is just how I see myself making content. I kind of want you guys to understand that perspective, even if it's like you don't know why I'm doing it, you don't know where it came from. So I'm learning now and I'm realizing that making content, being an artist, being creative in any way, it requires experimentation. It requires the person making it to feel as free as possible. So there's this guy that I saw recently, and he didn't inspire me, but it's just a great example. His name is I think it's Mr. Doodle. He drew his whole house. I don't know if he lives in that house, but he bought a house specifically so he could draw on it. He did a stop motion for it. What else did he like? He did a stop motion for it, and the whole house is gorgeous and it's beautiful. And something that's interesting, if you watch any interviews, any house tours, when he's explaining it, and something I didn't even notice when I first saw the house, was that there's so many little details. So in his room where he sleeps, I don't know if he sleeps in there, but the bedroom has all the doodles sleeping in there. They're all sleeping. They're all relaxing. They're all like calm and cozy. Sorry, I'm still recovering from a sickness. Sorry. But he, in his head, in his mind, he had a feeling and he went with it, He is comfortable with himself, he understands himself, and he knows himself. So with these videos, I'm essentially trying to do the same. I'm trying to understand myself, know myself, be comfortable around myself, and just be okay with the fact that this content isn't fantastic. The lighting isn't great. I don't even look the best. I have a stuffy nose right now. Sometimes you might see a little bit of mucus. You don't see any now, but yeah, I'm just like, and the thing is, I don't even make scripts. I don't do that. Like, I'm trying to. There are some ideas that I have coming down the line that I think will be awesome to see. But for right now, I want to make content. And this is just the best way I know right now to make content that I enjoy, that keeps me going, that keeps me moving. I don't know how many of these I'll make. I always try to have a goal, try to have a number. I never get anywhere near as close to that number, but now more than ever, I've been getting closer and closer to like just feeling comfortable with it, just going with it, like thinking like an artist, having an idea and just running with it. And you might, like I say closer, it's nowhere near the quality, like, so it's going back to like that high school thing. Like it's still not anywhere near the quality of my favorite content creators, but I've just learned not to care about that anymore, because that's not the point of making content. The point of making content is that you want to make content and you are going to use the tools that you have to make it. That's the only thing you got to follow as an artist. So I want to make content. I'm using the tools in front of me to make it. You might be saying, why not use that camera? That camera is going to look way better, way clearer, but it's easier to record on the phone. It's easier to record this and then upload it. That's the reason. It feels comfortable, and vertical pisses off a lot of people. So I don't know. I just feel like that's funny. That's kind of funny. But also, I don't need horizontal. Like, to talk to you guys, why do you need a horizontal perspective? You want to see more of my room? Okay.